All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 36. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got him in, it's Brown. Touchdown, Houston. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game.
It's the score, Texans 7, Jaguars 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now. Sam, touchdown. 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On second down, Elliott. Deep into Houston territory. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 9. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Quincy Enunwa. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Chubb on the counter. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. The open man is Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Marquise Brown with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Come on now, let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They keep on the ground with Elliott. The tackle there by John Johnson.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
43's the mic.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. O'Neill's got it, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Open man is Cameron Batson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Check. Shake it. 43.
Draw play, Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It's 2nd and inches.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
Check 24. Check 24. Check it out.
Now Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Bridgewater to throw it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Quincy Enunwa with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Gets fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check 37. Check 37. 43. 56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. All you get is a headache. Hey, 43, 15.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. They go with Chubb on second down. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. Now Mahomes to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last run, so here is 2nd and 7 from the 28. To throw, Bridgewater. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
43. 43.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go, D. All day, D. All day. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Here we go, 9-9.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And the Jaguar first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Bridgewater again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. And keep it up. 43.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Bridgewater. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This one from 35 yards away. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Devin Funchess in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. This is Elliott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. A first down carry by Elliott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
43 is the mic.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. Going to throw right side here, complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry, 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Get some penetration here.
Now Chubb running right. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. Houston. Jonnu Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
He's checking crap.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
It's a big number 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
It's going to be a
The Texans' 46-yard line.
It's going to be a long day. 43 is the mic, boy. 43.
On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line.
1st down, Jacksonville.
March 43. March 43. Hey, defense. Hey, defense.
1st down, Bridgewater. And this is caught at the 8. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
6 down. Check. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now Bridgewater. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Anunwa, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Here's Bridgewater. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 4 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. Gano the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9. At the 25-yard line.
Get that ball. Sunday.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
You must be dreaming.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
At the Jaguars' 23-yard line.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. I got wide. Rush in.
They run. Chubb. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. To throw is Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Double time. We got three down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Chubb. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 4th and goal.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Mahomes throwing on 4th, eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Houston, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.